Today's mindful moment, packed with insights but designed to fit into your busy life. One deep dive at a time. What if the drive to colonize Mars, revolutionize transportation and merge with AI, stems from like a desperate need to outrun the ghosts of childhood? That's just one of the mind-bending ideas we'll explore as we deep dive into Walter Isaacson's biography of Elon Musk.
Okay.
We have excerpts covering Musk's life from his childhood in South Africa all the way to 2023,
Right.
giving us a unique perspective on the man behind the missions.
Yeah, it's fascinating how Isaacson goes beyond the typical success story.
Yeah.
Peeling back the layers of this complex figure, he doesn't shy away from Musk's flaws,
Right.
his demons, the events that shaped his relentless pursuit of the future.
And those early years are pretty intense.
Yeah.
Isaacson paints a vivid picture of a young Elon enduring brutal bullying.
Right.
Can you imagine being so isolated that you're afraid to even bring friends home?
Oh, yeah.
It's no wonder he later confessed, "I never want to be alone."
That confession is incredibly revealing.
Yeah.
It speaks to a deep-seated fear of isolation,
Right.
something that echoes throughout his life and relationships. He constantly seeks connection, pushing himself and everyone around him to extraordinary heights. It makes you wonder,
Yeah.
is he trying to build a future teeming with life and innovation, or is he desperately trying to escape the emptiness he felt as a child?
And then there's the relationship with his father, Errol.
Right.
Isaacson doesn't just label him as difficult.
Yeah.
He dives into the nuances.
Yeah.
Errol was this larger-than-life figure,
Right.
a daredevil engineer who achieved considerable success.
Yeah.
But he was also incredibly harsh, prone to belittling and criticizing Elon.
It's this push and pull dynamic that's particularly interesting.
Yeah.
On the one hand, you have this admiration for a father who embodies ambition and daring.
Right.
On the other, you have the constant sting of disapproval, the feeling of never being good enough.
Right.
That kind of upbringing can leave an indelible mark,
Oh, for sure.
shaping a person's entire approach to success and validation.
It's almost like Musk is trying to prove his worth, not just to the world, but to a father who never seemed to fully believe in him. It's heartbreaking, really. He buys his father a house, tries to keep him close despite the pain of the past. It's almost like he's trying to earn the love and approval that was always just out of reach.
You have to wonder if this yearning for validation plays a role in his relentless drive.
For sure.
Is he unconsciously recreating the dynamics of his childhood, seeking out challenges that allow him to prove his doubters wrong? It's a compelling psychological theory that Isaacson weaves throughout the biography.
Okay, so we have a young Elon, brilliant but deeply wounded, grappling with a complex father figure. He seeks solace in science fiction,
Right.
devouring books like The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Okay.
It's as if he's searching for an escape route, a world beyond the confines of his difficult reality.
Even as a child, he wasn't just a passive consumer of technology. Isaacson highlights his early ventures into programming his entrepreneurial spirit.
Right.
He starts a video game arcade with his cousins,
Yeah.
showcasing an innate desire to build and create. This isn't just a kid who loves gadgets. It's a young mind actively seeking to shape the world around him.
And that desire for control to escape the limitations of his environment ultimately leads him to leave South Africa.
Right.
He sets his sights on a future far beyond the borders of his upbringing.
And that journey takes him to Canada, then the U.S., pursuing opportunities that resonate with his ambition. His early successes with Zip2 and PayPal paint a picture of a brilliant innovator.
Yeah.
But even then, the same patterns emerge. He clashes with colleagues,
Right.
gets ousted from leadership positions.
Yeah.
It's as if he can't relinquish control even when it's detrimental.
It's like he's constantly battling demons, both internal and external. He pushes himself and everyone around him to the breaking point, constantly challenging conventional wisdom and established structures.
There's this anecdote that really captures Musk's approach to risk.
Oh, yeah.
Isaacson describes him gambling recklessly, losing consistently until a final dramatic win. Colleagues describe him as a risk amplifier, someone who thrives on pushing boundaries, even if it means courting disaster. It's a pattern that will define his entire career.
And that brings us to the birth of SpaceX and Tesla.
Okay.
This is where Musk's personal demons and grand ambitions collide in spectacular fashion.
Right.
His fear of human extinction,
Right.
fueled by concepts like the Fermi paradox,
Yeah.
which questions why we haven't encountered any other intelligent life in the vast universe, becomes a driving force.
The Fermi paradox is a fascinating concept. It essentially poses the question,
Yeah.
if the universe is so vast and has existed for so long, Why haven't we found any evidence of other civilizations?
Right.
The implications are both thrilling and terrifying.
Exactly. And for Musk, it becomes a call to action. He's not content to simply ponder the existential questions.
Yeah.
He wants to provide answers
Right.
to ensure the survival of consciousness itself.
And that's where SpaceX and Tesla entered the picture. SpaceX,
Right.
with its mission to make humanity multiplanetary, a backup plan for Earth, if you will.
Right.
And Tesla accelerating the transition to sustainable energy, a way to protect a planet we already have.
Right.
These aren't just business ventures.
Right.
They're responses to deep-seated anxieties about the fragility of human existence.
And let's be honest, there's a certain poetic justice to a kid who found solace in science fiction, now leading the charge to make those fantastical visions a reality.
Right.
But as Isaacson reveals, the path to achieving those dreams is paved with sacrifices, complexities, and a relentless drive that borders on obsession.
This is where the story gets even more intriguing. Join us in part 2 as we delve deeper into Musk's mission-driven companies, his unorthodox management style, and the personal toll of his extraordinary ambition. So we've established that Elon Musk is driven by this profound need to safeguard humanity's future.
Right.
But what's truly captivating is how this vision translates into action, into companies like SpaceX and Tesla that are pushing the boundaries of what we thought was possible.
And it's not just the big picture ideas, right?
Yeah.
It's the nitty-gritty details, the way he runs these companies. Isaacson describes his management style as
Intense,
to say the least.
Yeah.
We're talking micromanagement demanding expectations.
Right.
And these infamous surges at Tesla and SpaceX, where everyone is scrambling to meet seemingly impossible deadlines.
It's a fascinating paradox.
Yeah.
You have this visionary leader who inspires incredible feats of engineering and innovation,
Yeah.
but there's also a dark side to that intensity. Colleagues describe a culture of burnout,
Yeah.
fear, and a constant pressure to deliver.
It's like he's operating on a different plane of existence, unconstrained by the limitations that bind most mortals.
Yeah.
Isaacson recounts this amazing anecdote where Musk decides to personally trim the engine skirt of a Falcon 9 rocket to speed up production.
Oh, wow.
Even though it means potentially defying safety regulations.
That anecdote perfectly encapsulates his disregard for convention. He's not afraid to take risks, to challenge the status quo, even if it means bending or breaking the rules. It's that same audacity that we saw in his early life, but now it's playing out on a global scale with billions of dollars at stake.
And it's not just his professional life that's operating at warp speed.
Yeah.
His personal life is equally unconventional, to put it mildly.
Right.
Multiple marriages.
Right.
Children with unique names. I mean,
Yeah.
Who else would name their kid XA, AA12?
Yeah.
And a constantly evolving relationship with Grimes the musician.
It's almost as if he's trying to compress a lifetime's worth of experiences into a single decade.
Yeah.
He pushes himself relentlessly in every aspect of his life,
Right.
blurring the lines between work and personal pursuits.
But it's important to acknowledge that this relentless drive comes at a cost.
Right.
Isaacson doesn't shy away from detailing the human toll of Musk's ambition.
Yeah.
The broken relationships, the strained friendships, the sense that everything, even family, has to be sacrificed for the mission.
It raises the question, what is the price of progress?
Yeah.
And who ultimately bears the burden of these audacious dreams?
And then there's Twitter. This is where things get really messy.
Okay.
Isaacson details Musk's growing disillusionment with what he perceives as wokeness and censorship on the platform. It's a shift that aligns with his evolving political views, moving further towards the right.
It's important to note that this isn't just about personal opinions.
Okay.
For Musk, Twitter represents a battleground for free speech.
Right.
A digital town square that he believes is being corrupted by ideological biases.
Right.
He sees himself as a champion for open discourse, even if his methods are often chaotic and controversial.
And chaotic they are.
Yeah.
His acquisition of Twitter is like a digital whirlwind.
Right.
Mass layoffs.
Yeah.
Reinstating previously banned accounts like Donald Trump's.
Right.
And battling with advertisers over content moderation policies.
Yeah.
He seems determined to reshape the platform in his image, even if it means alienating large segments of users and disrupting the very fabric of online communication.
And then there are the Twitter files, a series of internal documents released under Musk's leadership, purporting to expose bias and censorship within the company.
Right.
This move further fuels the debate about free speech and the role of social media platforms in shaping public discourse.
It's fascinating how his personal anxieties about free speech become intertwined with his business ambitions.
Yeah.
He wants to control the narrative to ensure that his voice and the voices he deems worthy are amplified.
Right.
It's a power play with profound implications for the future of online communication.
But his impulsive tweeting style and tendency to engage in online feuds often backfire.
Right.
Remember the prosecute Fauci tweet that caused Tesla's stock to plummet?
Oh, yeah?
Even his own board expressed concerns about his online behavior, arguing that it was damaging the company's reputation and financial stability.
It's like he's constantly teetering on the edge of brilliance and self-destruction.
Yeah.
One minute he's unveiling groundbreaking technology, the next he's engaging in Twitter wars that alienate investors and the public.
It makes you wonder about his self-awareness. Does he fully grasp the consequences of his actions? Or is he so consumed by his own internal narrative, his own sense of urgency, that he's blind to the collateral damage?
But even with all the Twitter drama unfolding,
Yeah.
Musk isn't slowing down. He's still pushing forward with other ventures,
Right.
ventures that delve even deeper into the realm of science fiction.
That's right. Neuralink, with its mission to develop brain-computer interfaces,
Yeah.
aiming to treat neurological disorders and eventually merge human consciousness with AI,
Right.
and the Boring Company tackling traffic congestion by digging tunnels under our cities.
It's like he's got this insatiable appetite for tackling seemingly impossible problems, pushing the boundaries of human ingenuity further than anyone thought possible.
Yeah.
He's not content to simply improve upon existing technologies.
All right.
He wants to fundamentally reshape our relationship with technology itself.
But are these ventures just another manifestation of his need to control, to escape the limitations of human biology and the messy realities of human interaction? Or is there a deeper, more altruistic motivation at play?
Join us in part 3 as we explore these lesser-known ventures and attempt to answer the ultimate question.
Okay.
Is Elon Musk a flawed genius driven by personal demons, or a visionary guiding us towards a brighter future?
Right.
Or perhaps is the truth far more complex than we can imagine? So we've explored Elon's turbulent childhood, his meteoric rise in Silicon Valley, the triumphs and tribulations of SpaceX and Tesla, and of course the chaotic whirlwind that is his reign at Twitter.
Yeah.
But what about his other ventures? The ones that delve even deeper into the realm of science fiction.
This is where things get really mind-bending. We're talking about Neuralink, which aims to develop brain-computer interfaces.
Right.
And the Boring Company focused on revolutionizing transportation through underground tunnels. These ventures aren't just about solving practical problems. They're about transcending the limitations of human biology and reimagining the very fabric of our existence.
Neuralink is especially fascinating. The idea of merging human consciousness with AI, treating neurological disorders, and even enhancing cognitive abilities is both exhilarating and terrifying.
Imagine a world where we can download knowledge directly into our brains.
Wow.
Communicate telepathically, or control prosthetic limbs with the power of thought.
Yeah.
These concepts sound like something straight out of a science fiction novel, yet Musk is actively working towards making them a reality.
It's like he's trying to accelerate human evolution to leapfrog over millennia of natural selection and propel us into a new era of cognitive supremacy.
But it also raises profound ethical questions.
Absolutely. Who gets access to these enhancements?
Right.
What are the potential consequences of blurring the lines between human and machine?
Right.
And perhaps most importantly, what does it even mean to be human in a world where our minds are no longer solely our own?
Those are questions that philosophers and ethicists will be grappling with for decades to come.
Yeah.
But for Musk, the potential benefits outweigh the risks.
He sees Neuralink as a necessary step in ensuring humanity's survival in an increasingly complex and technologically driven world.
And there's the Boring Company, which on the surface seems like a much more mundane endeavor,
Right.
digging tunnels to alleviate traffic congestion.
Yeah.
But even here, Musk's ambition shines through.
He envisions a future where underground transportation networks crisscross our cities,
Right.
transporting people and goods at high speeds, eliminating the need for cars, and reducing our reliance on fossil fuels.
It's not just about creating a more efficient transportation system. It's about reimagining urban planning and challenging our assumptions about how we live and move within our cities.
It's clear that Elon Musk is not content with simply making incremental improvements. He wants to disrupt entire industries, solve existential threats, and ultimately leave an indelible mark on the course of human history.
Yeah.
But the question remains, is he driven by a genuine desire to make the world a better place? Or is it something more complex, perhaps even more selfish?
It's impossible to know for sure what motivates a man like Elon Musk. His actions are often contradictory. His personality, a blend of brilliance and brashness.
Yeah.
He's a visionary who inspires both awe and apprehension.
Perhaps that's the most intriguing takeaway from Isaacson's biography.
Right.
It doesn't offer easy answers or simple judgments.
Yeah.
It presents a nuanced portrait of a deeply flawed, yet undeniably brilliant individual who is shaping our future in ways we can only begin to comprehend.
It's a reminder that the people who wield the most power and influence are often the most complex and enigmatic.
Right.
They're driven by a confluence of factors, personal experiences, childhood traumas, intellectual curiosity, and an insatiable thirst for achievement.
So is Elon Musk a hero or a villain? A genius or a madman?
Right.
The truth is he's probably a bit of both.
Yeah.
And that's what makes him so fascinating. If you want to explore the full story of this complex and controversial figure, I highly recommend picking up a copy of Walter Isaacson's Elon Musk.
You can find a link in the show notes.
It's a captivating read that will challenge your assumptions and leave you pondering the future of humanity in this age of unprecedented technological advancement.
And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the mind of Elon Musk, be sure to subscribe to our channel for more thought-provoking explorations of the people and ideas that are shaping our world.
Don't forget to share this episode with your friends and leave a comment below with your thoughts.
Yeah.
We love hearing from you.
Yeah.
Until next time, keep learning, keep questioning, and keep diving deep. You'll find a link to purchase the book in the show notes.